Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. This is the third episode of the story, where we see the history of Namikaze Uzumaki Naruto develop in the Shinobi World. He will develop a new dojutsu, the most powerful one, with the help of a demon fox sealed inside it, and he will gather powerful ninja in Leaf Village for his plans. Create a new village. To show your support, like and subscribe. Let's get this show going. It was on week and today was the day for Chunin exams. Ino tried hard to find another free member and at last she found that Shikamaru won't participate because he thought that exams would be too troublesome and Sakura thought that she was too weak and didn't want to die before marrying Sasuke, so she won't participate too. So now the new team shaped as Ino, Shino and Hinata. They were standing at Academy Room 301 waiting for the exam start. No one knew that Naruto had some plans for the exams too. Flashback nojutsu #. 2 days before Chunin exam, Naruto was meditating and speaking with Kyuubi about the exam. So Foxy, you think that being out of exams will help you, but how? Well, Kyuchin, I plan to gather information about exams, people participating and anything I can find during the exam. And how will you do it, Foxy? I'll make several cage bunchins, maybe around 100 ones, and transform them to insects and place them everywhere participants will be. One bunchin for each participant, and these bunchins will track each one all the time so they will gather as much information as those people have. One bunchin for each part of the exam will be assigned to just gather information for exam mechanism and how it is hold. One bunchin for each team sensei, and they will gather information about who is the person and what he knows and what he is capable of. And what do you want to do with all these information, honey? Do you remember that we considered about trusting people and find powerful shinobi around us for future plans? Well, I think this exam is a good start point. I'll find powerful ones first, and with information gathered I can find a way to make them my friend, and I'll know who I can trust and who I can't. Well plan. I think you should do the same thing with council members too. After all, I don't think well about them. Hell, you can even do it with Hokage. Not that I don't trust him, but you can learn so many things just by tracking him and looking to him doing job and make decisions. Good idea, Kyuchin. So now there was so many bunchins in the room, all of them looking like different types of insects from ants to mosquitoes. Naruto ordered them to keep distance with Shino, knowing that Bug Boy may consider to contact with insects around and he would find his plan. As you all know, the rookie members of Konoha made some scene with loud voices and Kabuto came in giving information about countries and Gaara and Lee to Sasuke and been attacked by Sound Village members. After that, the first part started, that was written test with Ibiki's instruction. So I'll cut the process until Orochimaru attacked Sasuke. In the middle of attack, Orochimaru sensed a new chakra signature behind him. So jumping away, he faced Gaara, who attacked him with sand. Poor Gaara soon found himself trapped in Orochimaru's mouth. Orochimaru experienced his seal, seeing that it was unstable. He knew that if this person won't be stopped somehow, he could go rampage every minute before his attack, so he decided to put the 5-element seal on him. He would remove it the night before attack later on. When he was doing the seal, Naruto's bunchin was so close. He was on Snake Senin's shoulder, so he saw the details and elements hold in each finger. When Gaara was unconscious and Sasuke got the mark and Orochimaru left the team, the bunchin that saw the seal dispelled himself, deciding that he saw enough of team and what they can do. Hash 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 hash. Naruto, sitting in his apartment in lotus form with so many scrolls available in hand ready to write any information received by Bunchins, got the memories of the snake bastard. He hurriedly wrote the seal and how it has done. He also got the information about the attack when he got the memory of Orochimaru speaking in ears of Gaara informing that he will remove the seal the night before attack. I should inform Oji-san. That bastard is planning something big. So he made another Bunchin and ordered him to go to Hokage and inform him about possibility of Orochimaru attacking the village during the exam. Some minutes later he got the memory of Bunchin and smiled, remembering the face of Old Man when he asked how he got the news about Sasuke being marked and how he knew Orochimaru and these information. The funny thing was that when Old Man asked these, the Bunchin dispelled himself with a big grin on his face, making Hokage surprise and get his answer somehow. Hash 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 hash. 5 days later Naruto got all the information from who managed to get to the tower and who the preliminaries went on. He frowned at the memory of Hinata's fight with Neji. But after that he got the memory of Kakashi's job with Sasuke's mark and Kakashi's speak with Orochimaru. Later that night he got information of the Bunchin tracking Temari, the Suna genin and sibling of Gaara, about the details of attack and the information that Casecage was participating in the attack siding with Snake Teme. So again, with making another Bunchin, he informed Hokage about the detail. After the job done, he decided that the information gathering was done and he reviewed all the scrolls he wrote in 5 days. When he finished he went to sleep. After all, it was 5 days without a minute of sleep and it was killing him. Hash 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 hash. Next day Naruto was standing in front of Hokage. He wanted to know answers about the theory he had for the seal blockage. Oji-san, I need your help for seal process. I spoke with you before for Ankachan. Well, what can I do for you? How is the process? You know, I found the chakra transfer seal. The problem is, after Hinata's examining Anko-chan, I informed that the chakra emanating from the seal is working as continuous pulses in her circulation system, so I need a way to separate her own chakra with Snake Teme 1. I found a seal that will detect Anko's chakra, so the only problem is how I can block its transfer within seals. I know that Orochimaru done some elemental blockage on Gaara. Do you think that it can be done on paper and for blocking Anko's chakra transfer in seal complex? 5 elemental seal can be wrote on paper too. It will be transferred to the final seal complex, in this situation your storage seal. So no harm will be happen when it's finished. And for your second question, it depends on the complex you are developing. Can you explain the complex? Yeah, here, take a look. Naruto started to write seals on paper from center out. At the center it was storage seal with its 2 circular shapes, but the 5 lines between circles extended outside of the seal, connecting it with another seal that had circular shape. This seal was chakra transfer 1. There a line connecting to the circle on outside on opposite directions that had 1 more steps before connecting to another chakra drain 1. This step was left blank. Outside of chakra drainage seal was another seal that would differentiate Anko's chakra from genetic map. And this seal was connected with another type of chakra drainage, but this last one was for draining just a little amount of chakra for experiment. Now as you can see, I have 1 blank step. This step will be the main core. We need that 5 elemental seal with extra complex that allow the chakra to flow, if it's not like the sample we get from sampling seal. I can't figure this one out. Let me see. There is an old seal for these types of job. It's a little complex, but I think you can figure it out because you have it on your Kyuubi seal. You can't find it on the books because it's S-Class 1. But wait a minute. I'll go and take the scroll for the seal. After some minute Hokage came back from his personal library, letting Naruto know where his personal library was. Here you are. Now let me explain it. Hash 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 hash. After an hour Naruto had a complete knowledge about the seal complex and could manage to import it to the system he developed. Reviewing the seal complex system with Old Man both agreed that the system is final and it's safe to be used without any side effect. Sarutobi calling his secretary asked for calling Anko and with arriving her they leave the tower to the same place Kakashi used for sealing Sasuke's mark. Hash 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 hash. In the tower Naruto explained all the parts of seal to Anko and asked her if she wanted to test it. I will die if needed to remove this damn thing, so you don't need to ask twice, Foxy. Well, I need you to take off all of your clothes and let me start the job. Without any other word Anko took off her clothes and laid on the ground letting Naruto start the job. With some problem for controlling his hormones Naruto started writing seals around her beautiful body. He had very hard time working on her tits and between her legs. But knowing that if he mess with the seals can kill Anko helped him controlling himself. The process of writing seals got 1 hour to finish and all the time Hokage was following the process with concern and profession giving hints and notes to Naruto. When the seals were finished Naruto gave Anko one look questioning her if she want to stop. Hey Foxy, before you start I want to say something to you. Just want you to know that I trust you and if you were just 34 years older I would be in love with you and you could not run away from my love. Now don't hesitate and start the job. Naruto having a blush on his face started pushing chakra to all the complex activating seals. After some seconds seals started glowing and the job started. Hash 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 hash. The removal process got 2 hours to be finished and after that the mark on Anko's neck was gone and the seal on the final paper that was the storage seal had snake venom letter in the middle. Oji-san, do you think we should deactivate the seal or we should keep it for farther experimenting? Naruto, this chakra is dangerous. I can't risk keeping it. Just deactivate it and let the chakra vanish to nature. Hi, with saying that Naruto made a ram hand sign and deactivated the seal on the paper. The paper exploded with big amount of chakra and after a minute the purple chakra vanished in air leaving exhausted Anko and Naruto to sleep. Hash 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 hash. Orochimaru sitting in his room was daydreaming about his soon-to-be attacked Konoha. Suddenly he felt his chakra signature on Anko's neck vanished. He couldn't track her anymore. What the hell, yelled Snake Sanin. People around 1 kilometer could hear a guy yelling and cursing wondering who he was and what happened to him. Orochimaru was deep in thought. What could happen to Anko? The only way he knew was that Anko was dead. But he saw her 3 days before. Then what? I think something interesting happened, must send Kabuto for farther research. 10 minutes later a bird sent to the spy asking him to research and gather information for possibility of curse mark removal ways. Hash 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 hash. Naruto was not sure why Hokage asked him for an S-class mission. He was sitting in the office waiting for the client to come in. Someone asked for entrance. Come in. Naruto was looking to the person came in with shock. Oji-san, don't tell me that I must go to mission with Teme. Naruto Sasuke is your client for this mission, Nani? Well, Orochimaru gave him the curse mark and I want you to remove it. This is S-class because I don't want villagers to know. Keep in mind that we must keep this information secret if we don't want Orochimaru find the solution. And who told you that all agree Hokage-sama? Asked arrogant raven hair boy. It's not your place to choose boy. I'm Uchiha and I'll do as I want. This mark gives me power. I had seen the power in the forest when I was fighting with Sound Nin. Why should I want it to be removed? Sasuke, this mark will kill you. Do you think Orochimaru will give you this as a favor? No, he gave you the mark because he wants to control your mind and body. This mark will act as Orochimaru wants. We can't let you be in hands of a traitor. Ojisan, why I should remove it from Teme? He didn't want it to be removed and I don't see the reason you want him to be clean if he wants to be dirty, Naruto. This is an order. It's not fair, Ojisan, that is final. Uchiha Sasuke, I want you to get ready. We will remove the mark tomorrow morning at 8 sharp. Dismissed. Hash 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 hash. Sasuke was moving in the streets to his home thinking about the order of Hokage. I'm Uchiha. How can that old bastard order me what to do and what not? I need power. I'm going to kill him. I must have this mark. I can't let this happen. I need this. I must keep this mark. Now how can I do it? Should I ask counsel? No. Those old bags will say the same thing. Or they will say they can't let the Sharingan be in hand of Orochimaru. Do this mark kill me? No, it makes me powerful. Is it in command of Orochimaru? Who cares? If it makes me powerful, I'll do whatever needed. Orochimaru told that I'll go to him for power. Should I do this? But if I go, I'll be a missing nin and soon there will be lots of hunter nin in my tail. Well, there is no other way. As he was walking, he came face to face with Kabuto. The glass boy was looking after the kit to see if the mark was in place and what would he do. Ah, hello Sasuke-kun. Get lost. Oh, come on. I have some secret that must be shared with you but not in public. Can we go to your place? 10 minutes later, Sasuke was sitting in his room looking in the eyes behind the glass. Say what you want to say and get lost. Hey, where is the spirit of youth? Shut up. I need to think of my problem. I need to be alone. Is this problem about the mark? How do you know about the mark? Asked Sasuke with big eyes. Let's say that I'm working for the person who gifted you with it. Hokage wants it to be removed. As I know, there is no way any person can remove it until die. Seems that Dope has found a way to remove it. I can't believe a loser like him. A dead last rookie can remove something like the mark Orochimaru gave me, but still I can't risk. I need it to be powerful and I want it. What should I do? I have a plan. If you want to hear about it, go on. Hash 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 hash. It was night and Sakura was frustrated. She was looking for Sasuke from the morning and she couldn't find him. Where is he? Asked to no one sitting on a bench in the park. She heard some footsteps. Looking in the direction, she saw Sasuke walking with a backpack. Sasuke-kun, I was looking for you from the morning. Where were you? You have a backpack? Do we have a mission? How long I have to go and pack my things? There is no mission, Sakura. I'm leaving this pathetic village. Nani? Suddenly Sasuke appeared behind her, knocking her off. Hash 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 hash. Naruto was looking at Hokage. Something was not right. He didn't know what, but there was something disturbing him. Oji-san, where is Teme? Naruto, I have bad news. He left the village last night without permission and no one knows where he gone. I have a nice guess. Do you want me to tell you? I'm thinking like you. If our guess is correct, he is in deep problem. You mean this village is in problem, both. Now with knowing that Orochimaru wants to attack us, I can't send Shinobi after Sasuke. I think Orochimaru planned this to force us remove our ninja away from the village so he can attack us. Maybe. Or maybe he thought that we won't send them and he can easily have the Teme, in both ways he wins. What should we do, Naruto? Well, what he gains with having Sasuke? I'm not sure. Come on, you know that you can trust me. He was working on a kenjutsu when he was in village. This kenjutsu would let him use other person's body as his host so he could transfer his soul to the new person. He would have all his abilities and he would gain the new host's abilities too. In other words, he is looking for Sharingan. And why he wants it? He had obsession. He thought that as a shinobi learn all the jutsus in the world he would be powerful. So I think he needs Sharingan to start copying all the jutsus he can see. He may start war with every village for this matter. Crap. Now this sounds interesting. Does Sharingan copy all the jutsus? Not all of them. But most of them. Most of all the jutsus that use hand signs. But things like Rasengan, the fourth's ultimate technique, is something that Sharingan can't copy because it's only chakra manipulation and those eyes can't see chakra as well as Byakugan. Sounds like trouble to me. If he gain all those jutsus then no force can stop him, am I correct? No. Jutsus are just techniques, Naruto. There are lots of things farther than jutsus that is needed to win a battle. Strong will is one of them. I'll tell you a real secret in Shinobi World. If you have someone that you want to protect then you'll be strong, even if you don't know so much jutsus. And there is another thing. You know that people call me professor because I know more than 1,000 jutsus, but do you think I copied them? Or do you think I learned them in just 23 years? No, it got me more than 20 years to learn all of them. Let me tell you. If you have 10 jutsus and you master them, you are more powerful than a person who knows 200 jutsus but didn't master more than 12 of them to full potential. Sounds logical to me. Now what should we do with the problem in hand, Oji-san? I think we can't risk and go after Teme, but we should work on soon-to-be attack plan of Snake Bastard. Well, I have a secret mission for you. Did you hear about Jiraiya? He is another Sannin, Toad Sannin. He has long white hair and has a Hite 8 with kanji for oil. I want you to go and search for him and bring him to me. He is our information intelligence's master and has a broad spying network. By the way, he was the teacher of 4th. Now the most possible place that you could find him is near hot springs, and most possible place is around women's section. And why women's section? You'll find out when you see him. Can I ask him to teach me? I think he will refuse you, but if you can convince him, why not? Actually, I think you are the best person to be his apprentice. Hi. Hash 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 hash. Naruto was looking to an old man with disbelief. The man was openly peeking at women's section of hot spring. Naruto was thinking how to convince this pervert to teach him. Is he really the Toad Sannin? He is openly a pervert man. Should I trust him? Can he really be the 4th's teacher? Believe it, Kit. I saw him when he was attacking me. He was standing on a big toad when he was fighting with me. And he is so powerful. Don't let yourself to be fooled by the look of person. Kyuchin, how should I convince him? Just tell him that he should repay for what they did to you years before. He will ask about the matter and then you just say one word. My name. Good plan, Kyuchin. Thanks, no prob, Foxy. By the way, do you like to have fun? A little prank. Sure. With Kyubi telling him what to do, Naruto had a nice smirk under his black mask. Going near the Sannin, he suddenly kicked him in butt, shooting him to the bamboo wall. Poor man found himself between angry women. After some minutes of knocking the air out of him, the white hair man came to the boy. What is your problem, brat? Let's see. Consider this as repayment for what you did to me years before. And what is that? Just one word. Kyubi. Now Jiraiya was in shock, standing with wide legs, pointing to Naruto with shaky hands. Do you know who I am? Ya, a perverted old Sannin. I'm the student of Sandaime and teacher of Yondaime Hokage. great Sannin of Toad Mountain, and great author of Icha Icha Paradise. And I'm not pervert brat, I'm a super pervert. Yeah, I can see that clearly. Now I have two things to discuss with you. First, I want you to teach me and take me as your apprentice. Second, Oji-san asked me to bring you to him. Oji-san? Jiraiya couldn't believe this. That brat took him right to his sensei. The man he was running away from because of those damn missions he would give him. After all, he was information gathering intelligent and he didn't want extra mission, and worse was when he wanted to speak with his sensei. They never understood each other well. But what happened was no matter, and he was in front of his sensei. He was happy that brat left them alone and waiting outside the room. Well sensei, what is this important thing that you sent a brat to interrupt my research? Did you hear about Orochimaru lately? Yeah, he is gathering shinobi to start a new village, but it's not a big deal. What's so important about it? Seems that brat has more information than you. Orochimaru is planning on attacking Konoha during the Chunin exam, but we don't have any detail about it. Did you hear any suspicious thing about it? Now I remember hearing a rumor about him visiting Case Cage lately. Do you think he is planning to use them in attack? I don't think. I'm sure about it. Naruto heard Suna's Genin sensei speak about attack plan and saw Orochimaru speak with Suna's Jinchuriki about the attack. This changes things, sensei. We are in big problem then. And this is not the only thing. What else you have to surprise me, sensei? Uchiha Sasuke left the village and we are sure that he went to Orochimaru. That bastard gave the Uchiha curse mark. By the way, let me tell you, that boy you call brat found a nice way to remove Orochimaru's curse seal. Nani? And you know about his heritage, don't you? Yeah, I know, but does he know that I'm his godfather? Not yet. Hash 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 hash. Outside of the Hokage's office, Naruto was in conversation with Kyuubi. Kyuchin, do you think I can help Oji-san for defending the village? You had done it, Foxy. Those information is more than that. Yeah, but I want to help him fighting the Snake Teme. And do you know this Orochimaru? I know him better than anyone, Foxy. When I was fighting with village, he was around and was using the opportunity to kidnap some girls and boys from the village. I didn't had time to stop him, but I saw him doing this more than one time. Actually, I think he is behind some of the things happened in the village, like Uchiha massacre and even my summoning. I'm not sure about summoning, but knowing bastard, it's a high probability that he had hand in all these things. Back to business. Do you think I can learn some jutsu that help Oji-san? Well, let me see. You know Kage Bunshin, but it's not a big deal against him. I'm not sure, but considering that Toad Sannin was Yondaimi's teacher, maybe he can teach you Rasengan. And I think you can learn more jutsus from Hidden Scroll now with your better chakra control after those training you had for it. And which jutsu I should learn? I'm not sure. You should choose something that help you against him. Something that corner him and give you element of surprise. Let's see. I think I found a useful one, but it's so hard to be learned. You know me, there is nothing to stop me learning hard jutsus. Okay. Here is the plan. Hash 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 hash. Hokage was tired of all planning session with Jiraiya. He wanted to convince Jiraiya to take Naruto as apprentice, but that pervert refused it, saying that he had research to do and brat would be problem. So he decided to risk and let Naruto do the job. With that thought, he asked Naruto to come in the room. Finally, Oji-san, did Arisenin agree to teach me? Stop calling me that, please, Kami. Not him. Not like his father. Okay, Arisenin. Do you want to bet? If you win, I won't call you that, and I won't ask you for teaching all my life, but if I win, I'll call you that until I die, and you will take me as your apprentice. Agreed? You have the deal, brat. There is no way you can win, said Jiraiya arrogantly, thinking that Naruto would call for a spare match. Well, Here is the deal. You should stop peeking women for at least 3 months. Agreed? Hey, it's not fair. But you told that you agreed and there is no way I can win, said blonde boy with a grin under his mask. You can do nothing if I refuse the bet, okay. No prob. I'll go in the village and tell everyone that the Arato-sanin refused to stop peeking in women hot springs. Geez. You win, brat. I hate you, thank you. By the way, Oji-san, can I ask you what will you do when Orochimaru attack? We had planned things with Jiraiya, so don't worry, Naruto. I'm not worried, Oji-san, but I have a surprise for Bastard and I need to stand near you when he attack. And no one can stop me. Datbeo. My god, he has that word from his mother. God save me please. You guess who was that? Naruto, Orochimaru is way beyond your level. You'll die within a minute. Said Hokage knowingly, seems that you forgot my company, old man. Told Naruto, pointing his index finger to his stomach. I didn't forgot that, but remember Gaara? What happened to him during the fight with Orochimaru? He was in trouble because he trusted the bastard. And he was way below than me. After all, he has one tail demon and I have 9th. What is your plan, brat? Said Jiraiya, finally finding his voice to speak. Well, let's say that I know a kenjutsu that can corner the Teme with giving him shit to surprise. We can't risk your life without knowing your plan, Naruto. Oji-san, I'm telling this one time and only one time. I'll be right by your side fighting the bastard and no one can stop me. Datbeo, no. And that's final. Now I want you to go with Jiraiya and start your lessons right now. Hi. We'll see, old man. We'll see. Hash 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 hash. 1 hour later, Naruto and Jiraiya was standing in a field in jungle. Okay, Naruto. I need to know about you. What jutsus you know? What is your powerful one and what is your weakness? Well, I know lots of jutsus but didn't master them yet, so I won't name them. Beside academy basics, I know Kage Bunshin and my weak point is genjutsu. I can't cast them and I can't dispel them. Kage Bunshin, huh? Not bad. Don't worry about genjutsu now. Tell me, can you call Kyuubi's chakra? I didn't try it yet, but I can contact her. So it's not a big deal. Her? Ya, Kyuubi is female. Okay, that was surprise. Now I will teach you 2 things for now. One will be summoning creatures and the second will be Rasengan. But both of them are hard, and for your knowledge, it got 3 years for Yondaime to finish Rasengan and got 3 months for me to learn it. Wow. Can you show me the jutsu? Well, it's not a jutsu, Naruto. It's just chakra manipulation. But for now we'll do summoning. Hi. What should I do? Tell me, do you like toads? Or you want any other contract? Which contracts exist? I have toads. Enko and Orochimaru has snakes. Hokage has monkeys. Tsunade has slugs. And Kakashi has dogs. What's the benefits for each one? Toads can teach you about hermit arts. That mean being one with nature and use natural chakra instead your own chakra, so you'll have unlimited chakra and power. Besides, they can give you oil and you can burn it with a fire jutsu, and believe me, it'll be so destructive attack. I'm not sure about the snakes. Slugs can help you in medical jutsus and they can spit acid from their mouth. You can ask Hokage about monkeys, but I think they are taijutsu combat type. And finally, dogs are useful for tracking people. I think I'll choose toads then. I'm happy with your choice. Now you must sign the contract and then I'll teach you how to summon. After 15 minutes, Naruto signed contract right after Minato Namikaze, Yondaime's name, and learned the needed hand signs. Then he asked Kyuubi for chakra boost and the fox gave him a little chakra and he summoned Gamabunta. Well, the Toad gave him the test to keep himself standing on top of Toad and he passed after hours of Toad jumping around shaking jungle. When the test was finished, Naruto passed from chakra exhaustion. Hash 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 hash. Next morning Naruto was in his apartment reading Hidden Scroll and learning the kenjutsu he needed for fighting Orochimaru. I need 3 corpses. How should I get them Kyuchin? Do you remember those sound genins? You can easily defeat them and kill them and use them for this. Yeah, I can do that, but won't anyone get suspicious about their absence? After knowing that Orochimaru was behind the sound and his attack, I think people will be more than happy to see them lost. Of course I'm not sure about the snake. Yeah, you're right. And by that Naruto started planning on his attack at night. 2 weeks gone fast and today was the finals for Chunin exam, but for Naruto it was the day for big battle with Snake Teme. He made a Kage Bunshin and ordered him to stay away from Ino, Shino, and Sakura. Each one of those could find that it was a Bunshin. Ino and Sakura could hit him in the head and blow it away, and Shino could find it by his famous observation, and his Boggs would find it easily. After that matter settled, he used Henge and changed his look like a bug and went straight on to Kage Box. It was a double-edged plan. He could watch the matches better from there, listen to conversations between 2 Kage, and he was sure that if Orochimaru attacked Hokage he was near enough to fight side by side with Old Man. He had fully armed with Senbons and Kunai and Shuriken. He was master at Kage Shuriken and he could make each Shuriken or Kunai thousands. He also had solder pills not for himself. He was sure if Hokage was forced to fight Snake Teme after some time he would be low on chakra by law of nature. He was much older than Snake Teme after all, even if we didn't count Orochimaru's kenjutsu for death in. The matches was cool. Every shinobi was trying his or her best to show their ability in strategy making and fighting art. The Uchiha Teme wasn't there to fight Gaara, and Naruto was mad again remembering his betrayal. Would he come back to fight side by side with Snake Teme? Nah, he is weaker than most Chunin and Junin and he knows it. Even if his arrogance won't let him believe this, that Snake Teme is more smart than letting him risk his life coming to village this soon. And I don't think he mastered his course seal this fast, thought Naruto. Soon the first round was finished and the proctor informed people around the stadium that there will be a little rest before second match. But Naruto was looking at strange behavior of Kage. It was like he was sending invisible signals to someone. As soon as second round was starting, people in the stadium fall to sleep under genjutsu. Thanks Kami, that bastard, leave the Kage Box for his laziness for dispelling the genjutsu, or he was sure that Hokage would do it, so why should he try at all? And suddenly there was a smoke bomb in Kage Box, and when the smoke cleared, the Kage was behind Sandaime with a kunai in hand pressing to Hokage's neck. You are losing your sharpness, sensei. And you are as fool as ever, Orochimaru. And with that been said, both of them jumped to rooftop with Naruto on Hokage's shoulder as little bug. Soon there was battle cry everywhere in arena, and sound and sand ninjas were attacking Konoha ninja. But it looked like Hokage informed his shinobi about the attack and everyone was ready in strategic places. This made Orochimaru wonder how his plane was known. But no matter if they knew, Orochimaru was sure that this was the end for Leaf. Hey sensei, I have a gift for you. Let me help you meet some old friends. With that said, Orochimaru started hand signs that Naruto knew well. Kachio's no jutsu, Edo Tensai, and with Orochimaru saying that 3 coffins came up from rooftop and 4 sound shinobi made some kind of barrier around them. The coffins opened and Shodem and Nidaime Hokage came out. It's long time Sarutobi. You got old, my friend. What the fuck, why is it empty? I think we should end this family meeting, ha. And suddenly there was a poof and Naruto was standing side by side with Hokage. I told you that no one can stop me, Oji-san. Well, let's make it Kage level fight then. And with saying that, Naruto started hand signs and yelled, Kachio's Nujutsu, Edo Tensai. Now 5 coffins came to view just like before, and doors opened and Shodem, and Nidaime Kage and Tsuchikage with Sandaime Tsuchikage came out. They didn't say anything, and faster than I blinked Naruto put the kunai with the seals in all of them so that Orochimaru couldn't destroy them before the jutsu can be completed. Poor Orochimaru was in shock, so he forgot that he didn't put the kunais in the bodies of his side, and as fast as Naruto's jutsu were finished, 5 cage-level shinobi attacked poor 2 other ones that was standing there and looking them with empty eyes. What the hell? How that brat can do this? This needs lots of chakra. He shouldn't even able to make it happen, let alone make them fight. He shouldn't be able to keep this so long, and after that I can fight with sensei one-on-one. This wasn't what I planned, but after all I'm more powerful than him with my jutsu. Kukuku. This brat is interesting, sensei, but I think the show will end soon, sensei, and he should not be able to keep this much alive, so let's play. And with saying that, he started to attack to all 6 cage-level shinobi. How wrong he was about Naruto. After 30 minutes of fight, or I should say ping-pong game for cage shinobi on Naruto's side using Snake Teme as ball, Orochimaru was on his 4 limbs, wounded and bleeding. He even couldn't stand straight. That damn brat. Well, if I should die, I'll take his precious old man with myself. And with that in mind, Orochimaru gathered his last force and jumped to Sandaime Hokage with Kusunagi sword in his hand and pushed the sword all the way in old man's chest. This move was the only chance for other cage in box to kill Orochimaru, and each one of them used his elite jutsu attacking bastard. In blinking of eye, Orochimaru's head was rolling on the floor and Sandaime was trying to catch his breath. Naruto, come here, I have something to say. Oji-san, listen. I don't have much time. When the funeral for me is happening, use Kage Bunshin as you were using before in my library. Tell your Bunshin to go to my office and look behind the Yondaime's picture. There is a seal. Put some chakra in it and you'll have another scroll. You'll find about your heritage and parents, and you'll have your parents' scroll. Sorry, kid. They asked me to tell you this when you were ready defeating yourself. Just know that I loved you as my grandchild Naruto. And T-R-Y-O-R-B-S. Old man could never finish his last sentence. Closing his eyes, and with last breath he was dead in Naruto's hands. Kit, you have no time to be upset. You used all of your chakra, you even used 1 tail of my chakra for that jutsu. You need to use that Kaiten jutsu and burn the body of bastard to ashes so no one can use his body part later on, it make problem. Then seal that sword. It's a legendary sword. You need it when you learn to use swords. Now hurry up and burn that body. Naruto put the Sandaime down and used a Kaiten jutsu, burning Orochimaru's body to ashes, and sealed the Kusunagi sword in storage. Scroll. Putting the scroll to his pocket, went to Sandaime's body and collapsed to his side, passed out from exhaustion. Hash 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 hash. Sandaime's funeral was holding. Naruto sent a Kage Bunshin to funeral. He couldn't stand in the funeral himself. He knew some of the shinobi was thinking that he killed the old man. Only those Anbu out of the barrier who was looking the fight knew the truth, and it was their report that saved Naruto against the council members. Naruto was in Hokage's office thinking about the things Hokage told as his last words. He knew all the time that I was sneaking in his office and library. Why did he let me do this? He found his answer when he went to Hokage's personal office. All the scrolls was missed. What the heck? Thanks Kami, I finished copying them some days before, or I would lost many useful things. But now I have no time for thinking. I should be fast. Last thing I need is someone see me here. With that thought he went to the Yondaime's picture. Peeking it up and looking behind the picture, he found the seal. He put some chakra in it and a scroll popped out. There was another seal. This one was new. He put chakra to it and an envelope popped out. His job was finished here. Hash 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 2 hours later Naruto was sitting in his apartment opening the letter. Naruto, I knew all the time that you were copying my content of library. I'm happy you done that. Some days ago I understood that you stopped sending your bunchins, so I think you finished the job of copying scrolls. I know that I won't survive the attack and I hope that I get my student with myself to other world. I should do this years ago and now I'm repaying for it. I burned all the scrolls today. I can't trust no other one than you to have all those jutsus, so, use them with honor. Maybe I won't have time to tell you about your parents, so I'll write it here. But before saying it, you should know your father asked me to keep these information secret from you until you become 16 or chunin so you can defend yourself. Your father had many enemies and he was sure that if they know who you are they will come after you for revenge. Now you may think who your father was. Well, you know him as Yondaime Hokage, Namikaze Minato, and your mother was Uzumaki Kushina. You named after your mother to save you from your father's enemies. If you are reading this letter, it means that I'm dead and you found the other scroll with the seal for your father's scroll. I don't know what is inside it. You know, your father was the real seal master and that seal on the scroll needs your blood to be opened. Keep in mind that your father, your mother, me, and your godfather Jiraiya loved you more than anyone. Hell, I loved you more than my own son, even more than Konohamaru. Thanks Naruto for making my days shine with your son. Your grandfather-in-law, Sandaime Hokage Sarutobi Ojisan. Naruto was crying. And he couldn't stop it. He had read the letter more and more, each time thinking how nice and fatherly was the old man in his life. Ojisan, Jiraiya was not happy. He was in council room just 3 days after they lost Sarutobi. Okay Jiraiya, you know that we lost our Hokage and Shinobi village can't be without one for too long. We discussed this matter with each other and we think that you are the best choice to be next Hokage. Said Hyuga Hiyashi, head of Hyuga clan. Jiraiya, before you say anything I want you to think a little about things other than yourself. Said head of Inuzuka clan. Jiraiya forgot her name long time ago. And please for one time in your life be serious about things please, said the head of Aburame clan. Mendux. Jiraiya, I don't want to think about the problems of being Hokage and having the job, but, after all, we are the most powerful village in the world and we need a person that fit with this perspective of power in Shinobi World and I think you are the only one. Said the head of Nara clan. What the hell, they know about other Sanin Tsunade don't they? Then why are they choosing me? I can't get the job. If I agree with the job then who will run the spy network? It's a good job for my research but, it's that if I can get out of those damn paperworks. And I won't have time to write my books too. There is also Naruto. If I become Hokage then I won't have so much time to train him and I promised Minato to train his son. Well, sorry for making you sad but I refuse. I have a broad spy network and I think no other one can run it like I do. And I'm sure this spying network is as important as Hokage position himself. But I have a suggestion. And what is that? Asked Hiyashi. Tsunade, we don't know where she is. Answered Inuzuka. And you know about her emotions about the village after her lost, said Aburame. Mendux, can you find her? And if you can, how much is the possibility of convincing her to come to village and how much is the possibility of her agreeing with the job? Asked Nara. Well, I can find her. I know about her lost and emotions. And I'm the best person to speak with her because I was her teammate and I know her better than anyone. I don't think it'll be easy to convince her for coming to village, let alone accept the job. But at least we can try. And if you can't convince her then you should agree with the job yourself. Said Inuzuka, I won't and you should find another guy. Maybe you Danzo. We will discuss this if her refuse. Answered the old man with bandage over half of his face and body. Now I have other things to discuss with you council members. Said Jiraiya, knowing that he was opening doors to hell. And what is that? asked the pink hair woman speaking for the first time. She was the head of Haruno clan. Naruto, what is this about the demon brat? Said the pink hair. First of all, you are breaking the law of Sandaime. Even if he is dead, the law is still there. Call him demon one more time and I'll kill you myself. Second, it's look like Sandaime told him about his heritage. His heritage? What do you mean? Asked Hiashi. Isn't he an orphan? Then how should Sandaime know about his parents? Asked Inuzuka. Well, the truth is me, Tsunade and Sandaime knew the heritage for him. Actually, I'm his godfather, and if you ask why we keep it as secret, it's because of his father's demand. And when I finish telling you his heritage, then you'll know exactly that how wrong we were about him in this village. What do you mean? Seriously, it's a surprise that you being godfather, but I want to hear about the heritage. Said Aburame head. Well, be ready for the hell to explode. He is the son of Yondaime Hokage Namikaze Minato. As you know, he had so many enemies, so he asked us to keep his son's family information secret to save him from Yondaime's enemies until the son be Chunin level or 16 years old. Now everybody here know about Naruto's fight with Orochimaru, and I think that fight was more than a simple Chunin level fight. So by Yondaime's request, Sandaime told him about his heritage as his last mission before dead. But we didn't know that Yondaime had wife, answered Aburame head. Actually he had. As you all know, I was the closest friend to him. He had wife and her name was Uzumaki Kushina. The girl was from Whirlpool country and was the head of Uzumaki clan that was killed in a war there and had run away to Konoha. I knew that she was pregnant in time of Kyuubi's attack, but Sandaime told me that she and her son was dead because of a pregnancy complication. I think he had done it because Sandaime wanted no favoritism for Naruto. Said Hiashi deep in thought. Well, I'm happy for Hinata or Hanabi. I can go for my promise to Minato. And one of my girls will marry him. I need to speak with the boy. But I think I should give him time to be relaxed. He has so much things to think and analyze for now. So now that we know he is the last member of two big clans, should we give him his heritage position, and position in council as two clan heads? With the clan mansion of Yondaime? And all bank account of him? Asked Nara with interest in his voice. Shikamaru told me a lot about him. Having him in council can change the damn balance we have for benefit of Shinobi part. Thought Nara head member, and he continued about it for strategic benefits of Naruto being a council member with 2 votes for his 2 heritages. What are you speaking about? We should not let that demon brat has this much power, and as you know we can't let him have the OPORTUNITY to use clan RESORECTIONACT. We can't let the demon have demon children. It will down for KONAHA. Chirped Haruno. Damn bitch. I'll kill you. And with that Jiraiya run to the woman with a mini Rasengan in hand, but he was stopped midway by Hiashi. She is not worth it, Jiraiya-sama. But I think because of breaking the Sandaime's law after you said her we should. Ask Ibiki to pay attention to this problem. Answered Hiashi. What are you speaking HIASHI? I'm the head of Haruno CALN and I'm a COUNCILE member. And all of these won't let you to break the law of one of your cages, I agree. Said the Inuzuka. Same here, said Aburame. Menduk's woman. Agreed Nara. Anbu, take her to Ibiki. Tell him about her breaking the law of Sandaime and he will know the problem. Said Hiashi, and with that 4 Anbu members got the Banshee out of the room. Now back at the business. For Nara-sama's questions, I think we should agree with all of them, answered Hiashi. I think the boy deserves it. Answered Aburame. I think his fight with Orochimaru showed us that he can be the most loyal shinobi to this village, so I say to agree with all of those, said Akamichi head speaking for the first time. I agree too. And I think we should inform him that he must use Clan Resurrection Act too. Answered Inuzuka thinking about her daughter. I agree with all of that. Now we vote. Said Jiraiya. After 10 minutes they voted and all the shinobi members voted for letting Naruto use his father's name and belongings and mansion and bank account and agreed that he should be on Clan Resurrection Act. Now Jiraiya-sama, We will speak with Naruto after your mission with Tsunade. And I think you should take Naruto as apprentice and take him to this mission too," said Hiashi. "As apprentice? Well, he is my apprentice for some time now. And he will. And I'll take him with myself. Now I think I should go and inform him about the mission, and I'll speak with him about everything else during the mission." With that been said, Jiraiya left the room. Some minutes later he found the blonde boy in his favorite spot, Ichiruka ramen stand, with a young girl. "Hello Naruto. Who is the young beauty?" "Hello Arasenen. She is kin, and she is a friend. Stop calling me that. Whatever. We have a mission, so go and get ready, we are leaving the village." "I won't leave Naruto-sama." "Naruto-sama?" Seems that boy found a loyal servant for himself. But why is she calling him that? Well, never mind. What should I do? Should I let her come? I think I don't have any other choice by the look in her eyes. And look at those nice beauties. I can watch them all the mission long. Well, I think you can come with us. And I think you should stop watching her chest-sensei, or I'll do something about your eyes," said Naruto, rolling a senbon in his hand. "Well, go and pack for 1 month-long mission," said Jiraiya, sweating and looking to Naruto's senbon, trying to don't look at the girl. "Hi," said both and vanished, running to their apartments to pack. It was 2 days now, and Naruto was annoyed as hell. He asked Jiraiya several times about teaching Rasengan to him, and Jiraiya ran away just by saying that he will do it in the trip but not today. That was not his only problem. It seemed that having a cute girl with him and perverted Sannin was bad idea, because Jiraiya used every possible chance to ask her for something perverted. After 2 days he had enough and was on the edge of bursting. "What should I do, Kyuchin?" "Have no idea. But why not continue our plans for future?" "Sounds good. Now for the first matter at hand. How is the progress of bloodline for the fast healing?" "Well, I managed to find the proper genotype, in genetic map, and by that I started changing your cells with infusing proper genetics, and now all your bones has it. So in other words, you have bones that nothing can crash it, or if it crash they will cure in less than 10 seconds. I'm working on your inner organs, starting by your blood system, so if you get wounded you won't have too much bleeding. After that I'll go for your muscles, skin, and nervous system. And finally I'll go for other remaining parts. It'll need 23 months, so you'll have it before I planned, and there is no side effect, and it will pass to your children." "Cool. Now did you remember Orochimaru's axe for gaining a dojutsu?" "Yeah. What about it? Is having dojutsu that much important? Can it really make the owner that much powerful?" "Well, each dojutsu has its own benefits and negatives. Byakugan, for example, will let you see all tenketsu and chakra circulation with 360-degree view and ability to see long distances, but nothing more. In other side of spectrum we have Sharingan. It will let you see chakra but not as precise as Byakugan, but it will give you ability to see motions in slow motion type of movement, so you'll have much time to plan your defense or attack, and you can copy jutsus. It has other powers that has downside like Tsukiyomi, Amaterasu, and Susanoo. No. Tsukiyomi is a nice genjutsu-based attack that no one managed to defeat until now. Susanoo is a nice attack and defense but needs so much chakra that even if you use it more than 4 minutes you'll get unconscious. But the main problem is Amaterasu. It's a black fire that will burn forever but will damage the user's eyes and make them blind if they use it several times. So as you can see, each dojutsu has power and weakness. You know, I was thinking that if you can change my genetic to have a new bloodline, why don't you change it to give it a new dojutsu too? That's a possibility, but what kind of dojutsu you like to have? Well, I think seeing tenketsu and 360-degree view and seeing long distances are very useful things, but as you said, they are not enough. I think having something like Sharingan without that fire thing and that ultimate defense attack thing will complete the dojutsu, but I'm not sure. What else can I have? I remember that you are weak on study books and doing written exams. We can have a photographic memory. It's easy to be added on genetic aspect. Another thing can be ability to see in absolutely darkness. And I think we can work around your weak spot, meaning genjutsu. Having an eye that can cast any genjutsu and can resist any genjutsu is something that most shinobi will die to have. Even resistance for Tsukiyomi? Well, I'm not sure. Remember, we are looking for possibilities for now. If you really want something like that, I need to have a blood sample of Sharingan and Byakugan users to see what I can add to your genetic map and see any possibility problem combining both gens. And how the hell I can have both of them? We have lots of Hyuga members, but if you remember, the last Uchiha left the village and I don't know where he is. Now how can I have his blood sample? I'm not sure, but my previous experience says that every shinobi village have a blood sample bank in hospital for those that has dojutsu. They will take blood from people when they are infant to later use if those people really need blood transfer. You should investigate to see if they have such a thing in Konoha or not. This sounds creepy, but if it will help, I'll do it. I won't promise, Foxy. I can tell more well I have genetic maps in your memory. But for now I'll start to see for that photographic memory. It's a demonic thing, so I know enough for adding it by human genetics. After all, I need to change a little portion of your genetic map concerning your visual brain process. Cool. And how long it will take? Said Kyuubi musically. Cool. Inform me when it is finished. You bet I'll do, Foxy. But I deserve a kiss after that. Perverted fox. Thank you, Foxy. Hash 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 hash. The next day Jiraiya suddenly informed them that they arrived to a village, but both kids need to be out of the village and he will go and search for their target. For preventing Naruto doing something stupid, he started teaching both of them the first step of Rasengan, blowing a balloon full of water. Naruto trained all day side by side with Kin. Both of them made progress helping each other. Naruto, remembering the benefit of using Kage Bunchins and using it, managed to finish the step less than 2 hours, but Kin was other story. She was trying her best, but at the end of the day she just managed to move the water in balloon, but long way to blowing it. She asked if Naruto-sama will teach her Kage Bunchin, and Naruto explained her that the technique needed so much chakra and she hadn't enough to even make one. So Kin asked him to help her with telling her tips for the step, and Naruto gone all the way to help her until she was exhausted. When Jiraiya came back, he saw Kin sleeping in lap of blonde boy. Naruto had his eyes closed and was in deep meditation reviewing all the things he learned about the seals, so he didn't knew his presence until he heard sound of camera flash. What the hell was that? Aw, isn't that cute? It's a dream for each sensei to see his student falling in love with each other. Stop that, you perverted old man. Come on, Gaki. Agree, it's cute. Just look at yourself with her sleeping for. Whatever. Did you find track of her? Well, it seems that she vanished from Earth. But don't worry. I know all her habits, and by those habits we can find her sooner or later. Okay, note to yourself. You should not have any habit, or if you have, don't let others know about them. Naruto made a mental note to himself. What will we do then, Ero Sanin? Stop calling me that. Wow, keep your voice down, she will be awake. Sorry for that. Well, we'll stay here for another day and you will train on first step of Rasengan. And what if I say you that I finished the first step today? Kid, I won't teach you if you don't take your training seriously. Hey, I was saying the truth. Now do you want me to believe that you done a job that got me 2 months done in just 1 day? Kamen Gaki. I'm a professional shinobi and hell, I'm Sanin, but no way that I could finish the first step in 2 weeks, let alone 1 day. Tell me, old man. What is the main aspect of Kage Bunchin? They will give you all memory they have during existence when they dispelled. Oh crap, don't let me. He trained by Kage Bunchin and he done it in shortcut. It seems that you figured it out, huh? Nice way. Why the hell I didn't think of that? Seems that everyone don't take this technique seriously. I think you're right, Gaki. Okay. Tomorrow morning you'll show me how much you progressed and I'll teach you the second step. If you manage to finish that in 1 day, I'll have a surprise for you when you finish your learning Rasengan. What would that be? Hello, it's surprise. Now get sleep. You need to be at full power for tomorrow's training. Hi. Hash 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 hash. At third day, Naruto managed to do a complete Rasengan with help of one of his Kage Bunchins, and Jiraiya knew that it would be matter of time for Naruto to finish the technique. Jiraiya was sure that he would master that before they find Tsunade. For now he was speaking about the core seal and the way Naruto removed it. He was asking for every detail and wanted to know how he done it. After all, there was a possibility that another Sikh man make something near that seal again. Naruto was explaining everything with great joy. After an hour he finished the knowledge exchange. Now Jiraiya was deep in thought about this boy's creativity and usage of knowledge. He decided that the boy was worth of teaching seal arts to full mastering point, and he was sure that he had more time than Sandaime, so long time. Tell you what, I'll teach you your father's absolute technique, Hiraishin. It was the jutsu that made your father famous as Yellow Flash. Wow, when will we start? Well, you need to train a little bit on some special seals because this jutsu uses some seals your father made himself. Cool. Then why don't you start training as we are walking to village? Naruto-sama, I think it's not a good way to learn seals when you are walking. As much as I know, seals needed to be learned by practicing them on papers, am I correct, sensei? Absolutely. Crap. Hash 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 hash. At night they went to an inn and asked for a single room because Kin refused to be separated from her Naruto-sama. Sometimes this girl goes on my nerves, Kyuchin. Ow, come on Foxy, she is such a cute girl and she is loyal to you with the last degree of loyalty. I'm sure she'll sleep with you if you ask her without blink of eye, even if she behaves other way. Her loyalty will tell her to do so without even think or question. Now you tell me that her loyalty goes on your nerve? What kind of person can tell that? Come on. I need to be alone sometime. She won't let me no matter what. It's easy, Foxy. Just tell her that you need to be alone when you really need it. I'm sure she will understand. By the way, I almost finished the process of photographic memory. It'll be ready to use tomorrow when you wake up. How should I know and how should I use it? You don't need to do anything. It's there and it'll be functioning automatically. The only thing you may find is that you will remember things just by reading them one time and sync it in your memory by that time. You won't have problem remembering all of that even after 100 years. Keep in mind that it won't make a shortcut for learning things. You still need to review what you have in your memories and analyze them and train on them to learn them. It's just a photographic library in your brain. Kyuchin, why didn't you make it so I didn't need to train at all? All why? Having things in easy way will lead to arrogance, like those Uchiha bastards. I don't think you want to have children like Sasuke or Itachi, do you? Well, I think I prefer to study the hard way. Glad to hear that. Okay, here is the pervert. Concentrate on your training for the Hiraishin. At night they went in a village at border of fire country. This village was well known for its gambling clubs and bars. They went to an inn and again rent a single room. When they were in the room, Jiraiya tried to escape for his research, but Naruto bit him to pulp and forced him to teach for Hiraishin. Here, take a look at this seal and tell me what you see. Wow, it's too complex, was the only thing Naruto could say, looking at a complex seal that had shape of rectangle and had two lines going diagonal in it with a kanji for light in the middle. Any guess? I think the kanji somehow forces the light power in the seal, and those diagonal lines are for establishing connection between the main seal and the kanji. Go on. Well, I could shape the seal circular and I'm not sure why rectangular, but the seal itself seems to have some remote trigger included. Most of the time these type of seals need hand signs as combination. Good. You are good at sealing. Now can you tell what is the job of each part of rectangle? Let me see. The upper part is definitely for establishing connection with remote trigger. The lower part is used to establish connection to the kanji. The right-hand part is connecting upper and lower part, but I don't know the left-hand part completely. Well, that's the key part of Hiraishin. It's your father's foundation. Actually, it's a new type of seal, and this one is the only one in this category. It's time and place manipulation type. You mean it'll tweak time and place? Exactly. Before your father there was not such a seal. I can say that he found it by accident. And then worked on it, making it complete. Now as you see, this seal is not like the other parts. I mean, the other parts are a simple line of kanji and symbols, but this part is two lines parallel to each other. Your father told me that it's absolute for every seal for time and space manipulation to have two lines of seals parallel to each other. Okay, let me explain these a little more. You see that there are two diagonal seals. They connect the upper part of left side to lower part of right side, but the main thing is something else. If you pay attention to your own explanation, the right hand is for connecting the upper to lower and the left hand is same but with different purpose. Now what is the use for diagonal seals? Well, the answer is that the lower part is just for stabling the seal, not connecting it to kanji as you say. The connection to seals are made by those diagonal seals that are going right trough the kanji. Look at it like this. The kanji is the heart and those diagonals are vessels for blood. The right-hand side is for connecting your mind, upper section, to body, lower section, and the left-hand side is for tweaking the time, brain, and space, body. Now you told me that you could shape it in circle. I'm not sure if your father tried it or not, but this is the Hiraishin your father made. As you said, it has a trigger part and that trigger is not hand signs. That is another seal. The seal is reverse of this one except for the kanji that is earth. Your father put the light kanji in his shoes and the earth kanji on some tree-bladed kunai that I'll show you later. Why tree kunai? I'm not sure, but I know that your father developed them for this jutsu, so there must be reason. When he wanted to teleport in space, he would push chakra to his shoes and activating light seal he needed to think about the kunai he wanted to go to. Then in a yellow light he was there as light transferring in streets. Wow. Now the nice part was that your father was master of seals that manipulates time and spaces. Now it's up to you to go farther than him. For starting, take this book. You can find this book in Konoha Library, but the nice thing is your father's notes beside the contents. In other words, this was your father's book with lots of study material added to it. Now did you read your father's letter? Told Jiraiya, giving Naruto a thick book with black leather cover with title of Advanced Sealing. No. I was planning to read it when I came back to village after this mission, when I managed to sort things in my mind. Now, back to business. Can I see those kunais? Sure. With that, Jiraiya gave Naruto a storage scroll. When Naruto deactivated the seal, a three-bladed kunai popped out. Looking carefully to it, he found the exact reverse seal for the first one on it, but the amazing thing was that the diagonal lines of seals was continuing on the blades and hold of the kunai. Interesting. But can't it be done on a normal kunai? After all, when an enemy looks at this, he immediately will know what are you planning to do. I should do some research on father's notes. Now we'll start training you on using the technique tomorrow morning. And I'll look for Tsunade in the same time. Something in my guts say that we'll find her in this village and we must do it fast. Hash 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 hash. Next morning Naruto was training with Hiraishin and Kin was doing Rasengan's third step. Any passenger would be in surprise by looking at the scene. There was more than 1,000 Kage Bunchins using same jutsu. It was so hard. Naruto couldn't manage to go as far as he wanted, and more frustrating was the problem when he wanted to land at target distance. Most of his Bunchins would land on their butts, heads, flat on their chests, or some weird positions. There was just one or two of them that managed to land perfectly just one or two times. Several hours passed like this and it was lunchtime. Naruto dispelled all his Bunchins and gained their memories. Sitting on the grasses, he started eating his lunch, watching Kin closely every now and then. She is cute. Those eyes, it's just like me. Seems that she saw more than she could handle in her life. And look at her body. Well, I'm not pervert. Hell, I'm not even something near to that, but still she is so nice developed. Her muscle mass is good for most of Chunin Kunoichi, and still she has some sort of fashion model body. Hee, I think Ino will kill to learn how she keeps her body shape. With this thought, Naruto went deep in his thought about his two friends, wondering if they were good after the little war and with the results. He remembered the last conflict he had with Shino before the exams, and as he remembered, he couldn't find him saying something about that problem during the exam to anyone. I think I must speak with both of them when I return to village. But how should I approach them? What is your idea, Kyuchin? Should I tell them about my future plans? Well, they are good people. Ino is not so much problem when it comes to be loyal to village or loyal to you. She has some crush on you, but she don't accept it for now. The main problem with them will be Shino. He is so observant and logical. So, I think he won't choose you in simple way just by hearing your plans, even if they has strong logic. At the best he will accept you but have nothing to do with you. You are right. So the only way remains is to tell them that I has some secret mission from Ojisan for gathering information about Orochimaru? That's a good reason. By the way, I want to find more people that I can trust. What should I do? For now you have Jiraiya and Kin, but I think Iruka will be in the list soon. And Ino will be in list too, but as I told, she needs time. Now you need to choose others. Do it like planning for infiltration mission planning. What will you do in those missions first? Gather information. Then look for weakest targets and plan to streak them first. And then you'll find a way to do it. Exactly. But in this situation you'll not choose weak ones in power. You must choose powerful ones, and you must find their weak point in mind game. Then plan on the way to manipulate their loyalty and change it to be loyal to you, not the village. Okay, I think we have a good time for listing now. What do you think? Go on, first let's find the powerful ones. With my information on Chunin exams, I think Shino, Neji, Shikamaru, Choji, Lee, Kakashi, Ibiki, Kankoro, Gaara, Guy, and Hayate, and Asuma for men. Enko, Kurenai, Tamari, Ino, Hinata, Yugo for women. Interesting collection, but some of them are hard to change on loyalty. Well, I have Enko and Kurenai and Hinata. Ibiki will be problem. Gaara and his siblings will not be big deal after he learns that I'm Jinchuriki like himself. Actually, I'm planning on finding all of them and gather them in one place. I think it must not be so hard, because if they had life like myself, then it'll be predictable that they will look for better and safer life. A life that they won't be just tools. Shikamaru and Choji won't be hard to convince. The main problem will be Kakashi, Hayate, Asuma, Guy, and Yugo. What about Neji? I think he will be more than pleased if he had a chance to live in a place that people don't look at him like slave. Yeah, you are right. And if you can remove the cage bird seal, I think you'll have all the branch family's loyalty. That's right. I think I'll start to work on it. Go back to your training, Foxy. It's long time that the cheek started hers. Hash 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 hash. It was night and Jiraiya came to clearing that he knew Naruto and Kin would train. He found both of them exhausted. Okay. I think I'll give both of you reward for trying your best. And what is that, Erosanin? Don't call me that. The reward will be a nice dinner. My treat. Cool, thanks sensei, now let's go. They walked in the streets and chose one of the restaurants randomly. Jiraiya was tired. All the day looking for Tsunade and asking people, showing her picture. He was frustrated. No one ever seen her. He was sure as hell that she was in this village or would come soon. After all, this village was the biggest village for gamblers. When they went in, Jiraiya froze, looking to a direction and pointing to a direction. What the hell? I was looking for you all the day and I find you by chance. And with saying that, he went to a desk that was occupied by two nice women. Naruto was looking close to both of them. The first one was a young girl with black hair having a pig in her laps. The second one was a blonde one with green dress and a kanji for gamble on her back. Hey Erosanin. None of them look like a real Sanin level Kunoichi to me. And look at them. I can definitely call Shikamaru's words troublesome blonde woman. Said Naruto laughing aloud. Who you called troublesome brat? Asked the said blonde with twitching eyes. Now let's see. There is just two blondes here and I'm definitely not woman. So, it leaves you as troublesome as you are. Said Naruto grinning devilishly. Oh Naruto, you are so much dead. Thought Jiraiya knowing about his teammate's short temper. Tsunade, I have orders for you. I came here to give you the last orders of Sandaime before his dead. Nani? SS. Sandaime is dead? Unfortunately. How? Well you know. Jiraiya started telling about the battle between Orochimaru, Naruto and Sandaime. When he was finished, Tsunade was in shock hearing that this little brat killed Orochimaru with the bastards used same jutsu. And what is the order, Jiraiya? Well, as I told you, it's the last words of Sensei before passed out. He asked me and Naruto to find you and bring you back to village for being the next Hokage. Nani? Yelled both Naruto and Kin in shock. I refuse. The Hokage is a foul that will kill himself just for nothing. And besides Sensei there was no other Hokage that live long. I don't want to die yet. He. Naruto laughed hysterically. I'm happy that an old bag like you, an alcoholic one, specially refuses to be the most important one in the world. I think Oji-san loosed his mind when he ordered that. I mean, look at him, Erosanin. She can't even stand up on her foot. How can she save our village? Maybe by gambling on political problems, huh? Betting on losing a border village to another country or winning one. And as much I researched, she has another name too. The legendary sucker. Now we don't want to lose a village because of a sucker's betting, huh? Do we? Told Naruto with a great plan in his mind. What did you said, brat? I said that you suck and that you are an old bag and that you are not good for the job. Just call me old one more time and you'll be dead. You are old, alcoholic, sucker bag. And with that both of them leave the restaurant to settle things in their fashion of shinobi in the street. You know, you are weak. I think one finger will be enough for you. I think you'll take that word back soon. Jiraiya and Kin was waiting for Naruto to do the first move, but he was wiser than this. He well knew who was the opponent and his fight with Snake Bastard was a good experience fighting against a Sannin. So he just stood there waiting for the lady to make the move and he was hoping that she will give him some opening for attack. Tsunade was observing the kid. He was calm and calculative. This was not proper with his age. Now Tsunade was thinking about her words at the start and was wondering if she underestimated him or not. There was one way to understand, so she started her own attack with her famous chakra kick. Naruto jumped away just in time to see a large crater appear under her leg. Note to yourself, keep yourself away from her and use some long-range attack. Thought Naruto. Reviewing his long-range attacks rapidly, he knew that he was in disadvantage. His ultimate jutsus were Rasengan and Kage Bunshin. Both of them were for short-range taijutsu attacks and he was sure that if he came near her it was his end with some broken ribs and bones. Suddenly remembering Kyuubi's words about his healing bloodline, he decided to gamble in the fight for the first time. He made 2 Kage Bunshins, ordering them to attack with Rasengan. For his fortune, when they done this, Tsunade was in shock for just a second, seeing Yondaime's ultimate attack in work by the hand of a child. And this moment was all Naruto needed. He shoot his father's 3-bladed kunai at Tsunade. Now she saw some sort of projectile coming at her, so she sidestepped it without paying attention to what it was. You should work on your aiming, kid. They were not to hit you, old bag. Nani? Suddenly Naruto flashed in yellow light with a Rasengan in his hand. It seemed that compared to Tsunade's legendary sucking in bets, Naruto had a legendary fortune. He just came to halt behind her on his foot, putting a mini Rasengan right to her back on spinal column. This was the only thing needed to make Tsunade immobilize and make Naruto winner. As I told you, you are not worthy of name Hokage. Compared to your pampered ass, those who named Hokage tried hard to earn the name. They didn't fought because they were Hokage. They fought to protect the ones they loved. Even if they lost them, still they fought to honor those lost loves. How about you? Gambling for your loved ones or honoring them by losing to alcohol? Nice choice, I must say. Baon, what do you know? You even hadn't any loved ones killed in front of your eyes. Yeah, you are right. Why you don't ask Erosanin about my lost in front of my eyes? It's too troublesome to speak about it for me. And with this, Naruto left the place followed by Kin, leaving a terrible bitten Baon with a disturbed Erosanin behind to speak for night. Tsunade couldn't believe herself. Her ass was handed to her by just a genin, and that genin used 2 of Yondaimi's ultimate jutsus a week ago. Now she was in the room that belonged to previous Hokages as office. What happened in the village in my absence? Are all the genins this much powerful? If not, why is he like this? I heard that he killed Orochimaru without so much problem. Hell, he was even better than me. If those reports were correct, he can easily kill me anytime he wants. And look at me. I call myself Cage when there is such a brat in the village walking around. Should I feel secure? No. I can't be safe if he is around. And what about Jiraiya's report about his heritage? If he is really son of Yondaime, I'll have problem keeping him under my control. Hell, why did I even accepted the job? Hiban, are you daydreaming or are you just drunk? Asked Naruto, bursting to the office. Stop calling me that brat, and what do you want? You'll ask for permission for entrance next time you want to see a Cage, understood? Wow, what an arrogance. I won't ask permission from an alcoholic woman who couldn't defend herself against just a genin. Said Naruto, grinning devilishly. What do you want? Say fast and get lost. Well, I think Erosanin informed you about my heritage. I want a council meeting so I can gain my father's name and belongings with his bank account. And what made you believe that I'll agree with you? You won't? Of course not. Do you really think that as a Hokage I should listen to every bit of barking you make? And if you think you can beat me again, just give it a try, and have new problems with council? No thanks. I know that I can beat you and you know that, and that's enough. We don't need to show everyone how useless you are, Baon. Now listen carefully, brat. I'm the Hokage even if you don't like it. And my words are law. Now get lost. Hash 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 hash. Naruto was walking in the jungle thinking of the new Hokage's behavior. I can't find the logic for her behavior, Kyuchin. Do you have any idea? Maybe she is afraid of you. Afraid? For what? Think of it, Foxy. Cage must be the most powerful shinobi in the country. Now is she the most powerful one? Or I should ask, who is the most powerful one, you or her? Me, of course. Oh, I see your point now. Yeah, now what should I do? Why do you need your father's name? What will it give to you? Some more enemy. His house, his library, and his money. You don't need his house. For his library, you can just infiltrate it and read all those scrolls by your Cage Bunchins, and your photographic memory will do the rest. And for the bank account, I think you need to steal your money from there. Nani? Come down, Foxy. Think deep. Is there any other choice? You know the civilian council. You know about Danzo, and you know that they won't let you have those belongings easily. And now you have this bitch. And how could I infiltrate my dad's house when I don't know where it is? Ask the pervert for the place. And what about bank account? I think your father must leave some records for you. You'll know how much it is. Then the rest is easy. Go to the bank for your normal monthly visits and leave a Hiraishin seal somewhere that no one detect. Then you can infiltrate it without any alarm triggering. You'll have your money and have your kunai. Then you'll Hiraishin back directly to your apartment. No one could put hand on you. Damn, Fox. You really know how to do dirty jobs. Thanks, Foxy. It's kind of natural for me. Hash 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 in the middle of one of those long training sessions with the pervert Sanin when he was peeping on girls in the river. Naruto started a speech very carefully. Hey Erosanin, I was wondering how was my dad's house look like? You didn't see that? Nop, oh. Well, I'll take you there when the session is finished. Thanks. Hash 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 hash. It was night. Jiraiya and Naruto were walking on a street that would lead them to Hyuga and Aburame compounds. Naruto was wondering why did they go this way but keep silence, afraid of ruin things with his question. They stopped in front of a long wall with a giant door with a place in the middle. Now this is the only door to your father's house. As you see, his house was somewhere between Hyuga, Aburame and Inuzuka clan compounds. Can we go in? Well, Tsunade asked me that keep you out of it. I don't know why, but I think it'll be bad idea if we refuse her. She is just afraid of my power. After all, it's not good for Hokage to be beaten by just a genin. Hehe, I think you are right. But after all, she is Hokage and we can't refuse her. Because if we do, we'll be in problem. Oh come on Erosanin. I just want to look inside. And we'll come out. No one will see, you know. I like your gut, so, hehe. Let's call it a repayment for all of her beatings when I was peeping, deal. Hash 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 hash. Naruto was in awe. The house was bigger than he thought. Jiraiya told him that they had just 30 minutes. Now he was looking for the library. Jiraiya informed him that all the house had security system made by seals, but Yondaime leave the library because of all the jutsu scrolls there, and those scrolls can't put in danger for just having a security seal they're activating by accident. They must be so important scrolls. Now Kyuchin, how should I infiltrate this damn security system? Have no idea yet, but I think there must be a way. Naruto just had 10 minutes left when he opened the door to a big room. The room was full of shelves and the shelves were full of scrolls. This is the library and your father's working office when he was home. Wow, it's big. Hey Foxy, do you see that big Hiraishin seal carved in the middle of the room? Yeah, what about it? Isn't it cute? It was my father's art. I think it's more than just a decoration. What you mean? Try a Hiraishin to the seal there when the pervert won't see you. And by that, Naruto Hiraishin there just when Jiraiya was dreaming about Yondaime working in the room. Hehe, now we can infiltrate the office. Here is my Foxy. Hash 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 hash. Weeks later, Jiraiya informed Naruto that Tsunade assigned the old job of spying to him again and he could not continue the training because she asked him to go alone. Naruto was sure that the bitch done this to stop the process for his training, but with the infiltration he had done 3 times until now his own house, he was more than glad hearing it. Hehe, that bitch thinks she had done something bad to me, huh? Well, with having just D-rank missions, I'll have more stamina and time to research in the library and train myself. After all, I think the pervert gave me all the things I needed. And with this thought he said goodbye to Old Man and walked to find his old team. He could not find them, so he went to the Hokage's office. Hey Bon, you separated me from Erosanin. At least help me find my team. You don't have a team, brat. What do you mean? I was in Team 8 before the Chunin exams. Well, as you know, you asked for Jiraiya's apprentice, so your team had a replacement for you. Now you are alone and you don't have a team. Then what should I do? I don't know. It's your personal problem. The best choice is to wait for a new Genin team from Academy. If we had an empty place we will put you there. And if you don't have an empty place, you'll be alone. Can I have missions alone? No. You are Genin and by your rank you can't have missions alone. Even D rank? Like dog walking and etc. Well, our priority is the teams, so they will get missions first and if there was any D rank left you'll get one. Hash 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 hash. It was weeks now. Every day Naruto went in the office waiting for mission assignments and looking for left missions but no chance. He even saw his own esteem and sensei. Enko was not happy about Sai, his replacement. But as she said long time ago, Hokage's sentence was law. Naruto spoke with Shino and told him about his secret mission by Sandaime and Shino accepted it by knowing the results. Ino was another story. She was angry of him for leaving them for new sensei. Naruto could convince her that it was an order by Sandaime and he could say nothing in it. Day after day Naruto gone to office and came back with empty hand. He was annoyed. He had seen Hokage drunk more than he could count. He was upset because of her short temper. He was angry about her behavior and he was afraid of his future. Now he could see what Kyuubi said crystal clear. What should I do? What should I do? Damn bitch. How could she do this to me? First she got my sensei away, now she openly ignores me. How much of the library did you copy? I finished it last day. I found the records for money in the bank and I know that there is a Hiraishin seal in every room, so I investigated all the house but nothing more than those I found in library. So your first part of mission is completed. Now is time for the second part. Infiltration to the bank. You know it's not that much easy. I know, but we can have something nice to keep Hokage busy. A prank? You bet. It didn't work last time on Oji-san. Do you honestly think she is a professor like him? And think about it. He knew you from your birth. He could read your moves like an open book. What about the bitch? You have a point there. Hash 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 hash. Tsunade was in her office. Damn paperwork was finished and she was looking for her hidden sake bottle. Suddenly an Anbu came in the room. Hokage-sama, we have problem. What is that? Look at the monument and you'll see yourself. When she looked in the direction she was in shock. There was painting on all the mountain. Hell, there was even sentences speaking of her habit of gambling and that most of the time she was drunk in the office when she was doing job. WHO did this? Find and bring him to me right now. Hi. Hash 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 hash. Tsunade was angry. It was 8 hours now and sun was rising, but no Anbu could find even one evidence of who had done it. She was rubbing her temples drinking sake when another Anbu came to room. Did you find the person? Hokage-sama, I have an important record from bank. Tsunade got the report and read. She was shocked. The bank reported that last night there was an infiltration to bank and the infiltrator, stole about 100 million ryu. What the fuck? It seems that the prank and this report has some connection. Hokage-sama, I can see that. And what were you doing all night? You assigned all Anbu to look for the prankster. Tsunade was deep in shit. She made the problem herself by her bad decision. Now what could she do? Go to the bank and look for any evidence. Hi. Hash 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 hash. Later that day same Anbu reported that there was no evidence of who made the robbery. They had big problem. The money was stole from Hokage's account, so how should she pay future missions now? To make things worse, Part of the money was stolen from some civilian council's accounts. People like Danzo, Kaharu and others. And the worst problem was that all the account records was burnt and the bank was burnt too. None of these information could lead to a person. They even couldn't figure how the rubber went in. All the glasses, all the doors and walls were normal and nothing happened to them. Kami, help me. If the rubber could infiltrate the central bank, he could infiltrate any other place. And he can do it again if we can't figure how he came in. Oh my god, what can I do? Anbu, 4 Anbu members came in keeping a good distance from the blonde bomb named Hokage. Go find some Inuzuka and also find Anko for me. Hash 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 hash. Inuzuka, Hana and Anko were in the office silently waiting for Hokage to calm down and speak to them. After several minutes and some bottles of sake, she started speaking. Now, as you may informed, I have a mission for both of you. This mission is S-class and no one should know about it. Last night there was a robbery in the central bank and big money was gone. Now I want you two to go and investigate the place. Look if you can find any evidence for the intruder and find the way he infiltrated the bank. I want your report by night. Hash 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 hash. You know I can't figure how they infiltrated the bank. All the security systems were intact and no alarm went off, so I really don't know what should I say, said Anko. I found several smells, but there was one interesting smell of fox. When I asked the workers, they told no pet could come in the bank, so I'm not sure, but this may help. Reported Hana. Fox. Now both of you, I want you to follow the smell and find the place it belongs to. Hi. Hash 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 hash. After several hours of tracking, Hana stopped in front of Naruto's apartment. I think this is the place. Are you sure, Hana? Hi, Hana, I think you made a mistake. This apartment belongs to my student, Uzumaki Naruto. He was at the office all day and most of the night waiting for a mission assignment to him, and he has no pet. This makes things complicated. Well, I think we can ask some simple questions at least. No problem. They knocked the door and after about a minute Naruto came and opened the door. Hey Anko-chan, nice to see you. Wow, you made a new friend? Glad to see that. Welcome. Why don't you come in and have a tea? And with that he went to room. They followed him to the room. Naruto, this is Inuzuka, Hana. We are not here for a friendly visit. Is there a problem, sensei? Am I getting a mission at last? Sorry Gaki, we need to speak. I'll ask questions and you'll answer me, understood? Asked Hana. Hi, answered Naruto nervously. Where were you last day? I need to know all the detail and places and times from midday to after midnight. The answer is simple. I was in Baon's office waiting for a mission. I went there early in morning and came home around 2 after midnight. Went to bed depressed and asleep. Do you have any proof that you weren't out of the house after that time? Do you have any proof that you didn't go to WC 3 hours ago? The answer is same. No. How should a lonely person like me make proof of his existence when most of the villagers ignore him? Hell, even my friends now ignore me. The only person that can approve me is my roommate Kin. And where is she now? Went to shopping. We are low on money thanks to your nice and kind Hokage ignoring to give me even D-rank missions. You told us that you were in the office all day long. Then why were your smell in the central bank? I went there at 6:30 in the morning to check my account and see how much money left and how long we can survive like this. Any proof? Ask workers about Demon Brat. It's kind of my nickname in this village. Anko was not happy with all of this. She could hear some venom in his voice when he was speaking about the village or Hokage. She heard all that Naruto was the one who bring back Tsunade and now he was angry of her ignoring him. She could understand his anger but didn't like where this anger could lead him in future. I need to speak with him later, Anko noted to herself. Hash 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 hash. Both Kunoichi were standing in front of Hokage. Could you find the smell source? Hi Hokage-sama. It seemed that Uzumaki Naruto went to bank before he came to your office waiting for a mission. And he smells exactly like foxes. I see. So after all we couldn't find the intruder. I'm sorry Hokage-sama. The intruder was a pro in this field I think. Replied Anko. I see, dismissed. Tsunade-sama, can I speak with you about a personal matter? What is it Anko? It's about my ex-student. I mean Naruto. As you know he has a roommate named Kin. I remember that she gave Sandame information about Orochimaru's attack. She depends on Naruto in life. They don't have much money to survive. You can at least let them have some D-rank missions enough for survival. Anko. I say it just one time. Here I'm the Hokage and I decide WHO should do what. If they don't have money they can go and camp in Forest of Dead and hunt for their food there. But Hokage-sama, enough. Mitarashi Anko, from today I'll assign Team 8 a new sensei. Report to office tomorrow morning for an assassination mission. Dismissed. Hi Hokage-sama, said Anko sadly leaving the office. I'm sorry kids. I'm definitely sorry.
That's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my other social media accounts. Anime God here, and I'm signing off.